Well, hello everybody and welcome along to the very first race of our second season here for the GT3s in Red Bull Ring, Spielberg. Should be live on the stream at the moment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I apologize for a little bit delayed here. All the kerfuffling around with iRacing and menus and all that sort of jazz. So I'll be doing a broadcasting this evening, me being the Biggles. Joining me in the casting box will be Wesley. Gerald will be in here as well, and Kevin will be hanging around, and he'll be actually driving one of those GT cars around. Qualifying underway. Let us know if those levels are good out there, guys. As we're on the scenic view, let's have a look at some of the drivers putting some qualifying laps in here this evening. Get to see some of those fancy liveries. At the moment, we have Ryan at the top of the timesheets. 128.5. Yeah, you're going to have to help me out with some of these decent names, these Norwegian names, mate. Harkin, I think, there. Olisi, Oyston. Hello, hello. Say good day, guys.
Hello, hello. I'm trying to read which ones you're reading. What name are you reading?
P1,
P2, P3.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Well, how did you pronounce them again? Because you can give it a...
Harkin?
I'll go with where you went.
Harkin?
Yeah, Harkin, no, I like that. Yeah,
Oyston?
Oyston, yeah, I agree with that one, actually, yeah. Yeah, why not? Surnames, on the other hand, I could not tell you, not at all.
So we're underway for the...
Seems to be quite easy, though.
we're underway. We have at least probably about a good 20-something plus drivers. We're still waiting for some people to put some times in. Let's go to Kev... Brody. Brody, look at this Brody special car that he has here. It kind of reminds you a little bit of the KFC in Le Mans, doesn't it? It's because it is the Kentucky car. It's finger licking good. I think he has that written on the back of the car there too. He's out on track to put some laps in. So qualifying will be a 20-minute session, open qualifying. And we are, well, a little bit more than 20 minutes. We have 18 minutes remaining, but my clock is showing me 25 minutes total, yes. So you guys looking forward to the start of the season? Welcome everybody in the chat as well.
Oh yeah, the GT3 series last season was absolutely fantastic. As well as the winter series as well before it. They really do provide some great action. Of course, the fuel is limited to 45%, so you expect 2 stops during the race, but it doesn't always work out like that. But most of the time it is 2 stops. But the last part of the strategy is somewhat a 10-minute dash at the last pit stop, so very quick pit stop, but it does give people 2 times to go to the pits, and mistakes can be made in the pit lane.
They certainly can. Let's have a look. Let's ride on board there for a second. Actually, in the car there with Kevin. He's in the chat. We'll give him a little bit of casting exposure, per se, as he's listening to us. That's there you go on the helmet. Give us a wave.
I'm going to enjoy a little bit of the GT3 while I'm driving and helping the lads commentate as well. So you see me behind somebody and I'm giving it all jib, then.
Ryan Martin just at the fastest middle sector, but we're on board with you. So, Wes, do you want to give us a rundown around the Spielberg track? He's coming up the hill there to approach turn 3 now.
I'm sadly not exactly with you on the times. I couldn't tell you exactly where I'm turning.
You should be able to pull it up on the SDK. Is the SDK working for you? Joe can help you sort one out. Track temperature is 39 degrees. And he's approaching, that was turn 4, I believe. I'll put the track map up just a little bit now. Do the car number for now. Brody, well, you know how quick Brody was. That's the man that won the championship last season, if I'm not mistaken. Goes himself up into P8. as Mr. Kevin's making his way around the final corner now. Corner 13. It's only short this track. Everything. 2 corners is to your left and the rest are to your right. And what time did Kevin set? That's 2 and a bit off P21. But yeah, he's just getting a couple of banker laps in. Qualifying, plenty of time. Let's go to Harvey. Where's Mr. Harvey? Yep. Bang. Slots himself into P21. A few of the other drivers about James Ellis. Where's James? There is the car 44. Now James is in the new, right there, the new Mercedes that they just added today, I believe. Is it today? Yesterday?
A couple of days ago.
Oh, a couple of days ago, yep. He's got the Ferrari up the road. Yep.
The GT3 that added, and they also added the GT4 one as well, so... Did you just say, Biggles, that Harvey set a time?
Harvey did set a time, mate.
What did he say? Because me and him are mates, you know. We're actually good friends.
He said at 132.9, you said at 133.2.
I can't be having none of that.
I'm just going to turn your audio down a little bit, my friend, too, because it might be a little bit loud on the stream. Just to double check out there. Plenty of time for qualifying here in Austria. I'm not going to do my bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Hopefully everything is good. The graphics, just rushing all this last minute. I think the stream's running okay as well too. I'm actually on my backup internet. My primary internet went down and I'm not sure if it's back up. There's no time to mess with that. But the stream looks okay. I don't think we're getting any... Actually, I am getting 2 iRacing overlays. Oops. I didn't quite get rid of that other one. Gerald's not around. So I'll get rid of the one that I have on top. There's no point having iRacing on top of iRacing logo. At least it's a little dim. So it doesn't really cover over too much of those times there for the qualifying. Who's watching James Ellis put his time in there. Bang, goes up into P14. Connor goes across the line. How did Brody? You want to see what Brody's second time around will be. 83 car and the KFC special. He pulls down and bends that lap. Ryan's out on a flying lap. And this is the man that's on top of the timesheets, right next to his teammate with the same livery, the Altitude Esports team. That's Ryan in the 86, and that's a 13 car of Adam just behind him. So they're trying to work together here to possibly secure themselves at P1 and P2. Currently at the moment, Ryan has the P1. I wonder if he's working... I wonder if Ryan's working to help out Adam get that toe and get him up further. Yeah, just checking what you're talking about there. Gerald was saying in the chat that he can't hear me. I'm not getting any drop frames from software, so it should be good. I'm looking at the stream too on YouTube on my other monitor, and that it's pretty good. Streaming at about 8 megasecond upload. Ooh, Ryan has gone a purple in Sector 2, and that's who we're currently on board with. And that's the man that was going to be because it looks like Oster has taken that top there. I didn't see that for a second. At 128.5. Wezzy, where are you, mate? What's happening?
Just trying to load back in so I can get a bit closer at least to be able to see exactly what you see. As I was using the stream
just
for a bit to just
load the overlay.
No, I mean just the actual the myself. I couldn't see it because I was using the stream to use to see where we were even at.
There's a ton of traffic out on track right now, mate. A lot of drivers down that main, not the main straight, but the second straight between 2 and 3. The corners. It's actually 2 and 4. That's right. The corner up top of the hill is 4, isn't it? It's not 3. No, it's 3 because the kink in the road there's 2.
Yeah, kink in the road's 2, and the top corner is 3. It says officially on here it's 10 turns.
Yes, right. Is it 10? I thought it was 13.
Yeah, it is actually 10. I'm looking on the map track now. I can see 10 corners. Corner 3 is AMG AG. It's AMS AG. Corner 4 is the Ranch, I think it is. I definitely can't pronounce that. Corner 9, which is Jolsim Rhein. Rhein?
You're not speaking German, mate. Rain.
I can't speak German. 6 is Powerhouse, and 1 is Nicky Lauda.
I'll pull it up real quick there, actually, for our race info, mate, when we're in qualifying. That doesn't have the track corner names on there, but there it is anyway. The Red Bull Ring here in Austria. A 1-hour race that we're going to have for the first race of the GT3 season here in Spielberg. Good, perfect conditions. Just about 14-kilometre wind there. 22 degrees Celsius for the air. I think that's for the track temperature. Anyway, but once again, qualifying sessions underway. And of course, the casters is myself there. The Biggles, Wesley, and Kevin reporting from the car this evening. Which will go on board with Kevin. He's back out there putting a couple of laps in. In the HCA GT, your car is a Audi too, my friend.
Yeah, that's my car, buddy. That's what I prefer to drive.
Let's have a look at the gap, actually. Interval. That's what we need to see. The gap to the lead, of course, in those times. So, Caverstar, you got to kick it up a little bit, my friend. You're 3.7 seconds and change off the current provisional pole.
Yeah, them guys in front are really quick.
Just having a look at some of our drivers. So a lot of drivers in the top 6 are on their out laps currently at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on, they're going to get any more improvements as we have about 7 minutes. Just under 8 minutes. G'day, welcome out there in the chat. Thank you very much. Ryan Sharp asking how long the races are. 60 minutes in this case, as Kevin's already answered all that one. 60-minute race. Cars have 45% fuel limit, which means you're going to have 2 pit stops. Unless you're really good somehow at saving fuel. And Haldor says, have a good broadcast, guys. Good race.
Have you mentioned the points?
No, sir. Would you like to do that for us?
Yeah, I can do, because luckily for me I don't have to. Actually, I was going to say I don't have to look at anything. I have them written down in a notebook. Let me get that open and tell you. It is the same, I believe, as last season, which was in qualifying, the top 5 get points. So let's get 5, gets 4, gets 3, and so on. And then in the race, top 30 get points. Now I think it's exactly the same. So the points last season were done, if I can find it, by winner getting 55, and then second getting 50. Then 47, and then slowly it gets down to 1 point per position. That's how that goes. So points will be immediately awarded in qualifying, so the top 5 from here would already be the top 5 in the championship as we go into the race.
There you have it. Excellent. Now, it's an opening round of an exciting season, I believe, too. I'm not sure they've been adding Fiji into this brand new track. Do you have the track calendar for us, mate, so we can go over that?
So today we are at the Red Bull Ring. Next week, a very different circuit, Mount Panorama.
Oh yes,
we all know. So that is a very different circuit to what we're at today. Just
That's
the
a
top of
proper
the
track, mate.
mountain.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
mountain.
Yeah.
That's one where you
Absolute
do kiss those barriers, especially up the top of the mountain. That's always nice and tricky there. Plus, you've also got a couple of kangaroos that jump out at you and crazy animals in Australia. Of course, that'd be great if they added that into the simulation, wouldn't it? But no, it's not the case.
Yeah, only in Australia would you see a mountain. Yes, I'll build a racetrack like that.
Yep. Of course, mate. We're rev heads at heart in Australia, just as you guys in the UK are. That's where we get it from. You colonised our country, and then you just send all your rev heads to Australia.
Oh yeah, it's definitely with the red head. You said nothing, not anything. Anybody else?
Political. You said people that despised your government and tried to uprise against your government. They said bad things about your government and about your monarchy, and then they sent them to Australia. That's where my family come from, actually. They were, ended up running a mining company down in Tasmania because they had mining skills. So they're like, okay, you're a prisoner, but you can run this, and got pardoned eventually. Yeah, for uprising against. So I'm banned from the United Kingdom because of my family. Oh.
And I'm stuck here because of mine.
No, I'm not banned from the United Kingdom. I've been there a few times. But yeah, not the murderers and all that everybody thinks. They didn't really send too many of them to Australia, believe it or not. Do you want to be stuck on a ship for 6 or so months with murderers to get to Australia? Not quite sure. That's the kind of place you'd want to be. So anyway, going through some of these drivers, lots of them on the grid. Currently we have about 23 that have set lap times. A few of them haven't. Should have a safety car driver in there. We have a safety car, I believe. Are we going to have a safety car or not? That is a question.
Is this safety car just for the F1?
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a safety car, but for this series.
I don't remember. At no point last season did we ever have one.
No? Okay. I presume there was one. I don't see anything on the timing board saying it's a safety car. As we're looking currently. How are you going for loading in? I'm looking at Michael.
I'm on 98%.
Okay.
And my phone died, so the stream disappeared. So that's what I'm on.
Charge your phone. It's the Golf livery.
Oh, is there a Golf livery? Is there?
Yep. Just the same we have in the F4. In the F1, sorry. We have a Golf livery. Actually, no, we don't, because we can't change those liveries, remember? No, I've seen it somewhere else. It's in this Golf livery. Maybe it's another. It's gone really wide too on that final corner. It's actually to compromise the exit for the car behind there. That's the 8 car, I think. Actually, I can't see the number on it. Could be the 1 car. Track map's not up at the moment. It is the number 1 car. He did get compromised a little bit, but luckily they still have 2 minutes and change to go for qualifying. Nobody's beaten the All-Star.
One from last season, really, is there? Names. You're seeing maybe 1 or 2. We've got basically a whole raft of drivers here.
Do we? I'm not familiar with last season too much, mate, because I didn't cast it very often. You, the one that could be filled.
But
There's a few drivers I don't recognise, and there's some names I thought would have been involved, like some of the guys who in the last season, some really good racing from some of them. Thought they'd have been in it, but I don't see none of the names.
yeah, there's no Paul Taylor, is there?
No, it's my guy is not here. I'm very shocked that Paul Taylor's not here.
Williams had a bit of a spin. I just went on board with him for a second. Let's enjoy some speed cam, I'd say.
Ooh, that's always a good one.
There's a couple of them going down the main straight now, very close to being a minute and change left of the qualifying session. As the car drives over the camera. Be careful, guys. If you break it, you pay for it. Nobody I'm seeing really setting some greens here. Or purples. Let's have a look at Gil, our Portuguese driver. Went a little bit quicker in his middle sector, currently running P15. About 1.3 off. Luigi goes P5. That's Luigi in the Italiano in the only, I believe he is the only Lamborghini driver on the field this evening as well. Yes, he is.
How many Mercedes do we have? 'Cause
We have
none last season.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Yeah, well, because it's just been added. 5 Mercs out there. And guess what? The Merc that's on top pole from Oyston, well, that's it. So he's come out with this brand new car, only released, which he said a day or so ago. And already set the quickest time by just 4 thousandths of a second from Ryan. And that is then both teammates right there. And they've been driving around on track together, giving each other a tow for most of this qualifying session. So whatever it is they're doing is working. That's a P1 and P2. I kind of thought that they were going to do that. Do they have another teammate? No, that's Haken in P3, the 73 car in the Porsche. Qualifying session is over. Only whoever is left on track. Brody P9. Haken in P3 won't improve. Yes, he does improve, but to 2/10 off P2. You weren't loaded in yet?
I'm just loading in as we speak. And I've just watched the Porsche spin up the left turn 1.
Yeah, Brody got another lap in. Barry's on. Let's go to Barry in P20. Crossing the line right now. Will Bazza improve? No. Charles is out on a flyer. It's Charles and Brody left out on track. Now, Brody's actually retired from the session. Charles is there. If he doesn't get a really good middle sector here, he might just retire. His first sector hasn't been too much of an improvement from his previous lap. He did improve in his middle sector, so he's got all the track to himself. Well, they do have all the track to themselves in open qualifying. No, it's not lone qualifying, so yeah, but he does have the whole track to himself. There's nobody else. Everybody else has finished their qualifying. See if Charles can get himself up further up in the field. It's P18, looking good to improve in the BMW. Hello out there, Rachel. Abby, 17. G'day. They're all saying have a good race. He does improve a little bit, but P18 there for Charles. That will be it for our qualifying. So as soon as it comes up in a second, we should have our grid. They're all saying have a good race. He does improve a little bit, but P18 there for Charles. The first qualifying session of the season. In the second season, it is here for Anti-Store Racing. It's a GT3 cars out there, guys. There's all in the description. Want to be a part of this fantastic organization. All the links are at the bottom. Should be good for a warm-up, apparently, we've just come up with.
5 in a warm-up. Last year it was 10. Last season it was 10. But...
Yeah, it doesn't give us our grid, however. It might do that.
You have the qualifying results for it, but you don't have the grid just yet. You have to sadly wait on that one.
Okay.
I just knocked my microphone. It's ASR events, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, mine's not.
I'll type it for you.
Mine's sadly not connecting, but I'll keep trying. Just so I can see exactly what you see.
Do you see what I see? Yes, sir. And obviously just make sure you're on commentator mode.
Yeah, it's on commentator mode. Put it in the broadcast.
Yes, sir. The first one is the room name. The second one is the public room name. Sure which one you need. I'm using the room name for the overlay, so that's got probably that one.
What camera are you currently on?
The Gemma driver of Garitz, I think. Yep. There it is.
I think so, yeah.
I'll show you the timing table. Should come up in a second. It doesn't going to show you timing because it's a warm-up. Let's choose Kylie. Rabbits there. So have you got it all?
Well, as you're changing, I think I'm changing with you.
Yep, cool.
Nice. Mine's probably not the best, but I can at least see the cars, and I'm involved. More than I was 10 seconds ago. And slowly, surely, hopefully, throughout this, it will get better. Now I just need to get my other timing up so I can just see when people are pitting, because that will be a strategy call today.
We do have the results for the qualifying up there. Now I've managed to find it. So it's not the grid, but it'll be the grid, of course. So Austin, and if you can see it as well, you want to go. You can go through those names for the first time. See how you struggle with it. Tell me when you want. Tell me when you want to go to the next page too, so I can go to the next page.
Of course. So at the top we got Austin. I'd say Ryan Martin. That's nice. Thank you for being Scottish. Easier to say. As my thing goes, hang on, I'll be back in a second. Let me just load that. Yep, I can load. I'll take a while to load. I will get to you for third place. Heckerden, I'd say, in third. P4, the Portuguese driver. That's not going to be too easy. Joey, that is that. Where would you go with that one?
Was it P5, was you saying?
P4.
Is it
221.
Joe, well, we're going to give nicknames as 222 car. 221, sorry. Yeah, my apologies.
Luigi in P5. Leo Racing.
Is it João Alfonso in P4?
That looks like it could work. Alfonso.
Alfonso, yeah.
Alfonso, just call him Alfonso.
Yep, that's what I'm going with now. Luigi in P5, which I believe might be. I recognise that Leo Racing team. Am I wrong in thinking that is possibly the same team as last season's champion, maybe? But I have to come back round to that. If he's what car number is he? Number 7.
7, yep. Leo Racing Team.
If he's in a yellow car,
yes, it is. I'm showing it right now in the background.
Okay, then perfect.
The grid.
Adam is in P6, Andre P7, David P8, Brody is in P9, P10 will be James Ellis, not recommended motorsports as we change back and come back round. Max Voss in P11, William in P12, Jots, which is one of the only drivers I recognise from last season, P13. Ivo van der is in P14. Oh, here we go. Here's another good one. P15 is Gila. No. Maybe just Cravo. Maybe we'll go with that. Or Cravo. I'll go. P16, Eli. P17, Connor Welsh. P18 is Childs, where we can change over to the next lot as we go about.
Yes, sir.
Gridding soon, are we?
Oh, this one here.
Fouls. So you have Charles in 18, Tony in 19, Barry in 20, 21 is Harvey, myself in 22, Rabbits in 23, 24 is Michael Berry, 25 is Rick, and 26 is Leonard.
Two with no times. Set.
Yeah, they're gridding up currently at the moment. You want to read, if you can read that out there in the chat there for us. We have to mention some legends out here. Everybody's getting ready for a formation lap as they grid up.
Of course, yes, they are, aren't they? Going around as Majors. Of course, Majors Garage is the place to go for all your setup needs. They're always very helpful, and they sponsored the winter series of the GT3 League. They were very helpful with the setups. They're always good. Yeah, so they do some really good GT3 setups that a lot of the drivers do use. As we are coming to the last corner now to get ready to go.
I don't see anybody on the track right now. That's weird. Oh yeah, there they are. Now I see them because I'm on the grid camera.
There they come then. Good start. Most of them single file until turn 1, it looks like it. Basically everyone's single file. I think there's a little bit of action at the back, maybe for P18 there. I think Tony's gone through on Barry. Other than that, everyone pretty single file. The Ferrari, I believe it is, in P2 of Ryan, looking to get a little bit of a run. Looks to the inside but doesn't do anything. Stays where they are. Heavy braking into turn 1 is free. There is a car up the inside and another one there of an Audi and a Porsche. They seem that they've got away with it. Max has gone up 4 positions from the start, so he's the best starter there. A little bit of movement from the first place car as they do. That Porsche does pass that Audi just further back there as we see. He's finished the move. I'm not sure who that is. I'll just double check in a second, or which kind of is the cars with the numbers to be fair, but it's a blue
Andre,
Porsche
I think.
32. So Max has gone up another one with Andre, yeah, just behind. Andre Wolf, P7, P8, good battle. Everyone survived nicely. Connor Welsh has just passed Barry for P18, so Barry's not had the best stop. He still has gone up a place. Pretty well behaved by everybody through lap number 1. It's all single file. Good start. Max being the only one making up key positions as they come round to complete the first lap of many within this hour.
Yeah, there was a crash at the back there. Brody's now plump last. Not sure what happened with Brody after that one. So we'll keep an eye on that a little bit later.
Eli has now passed Charles for P15 there, a little bit close to the front.
Yeah, looks like Ryan is making a bit of a run here.
He's thinking about it, but stays just a bit. He's got a good run actually on the exit. He's alongside. They're going to be alongside all the way down this back straight. Ryan does have the inside and the nose ahead going towards turn 4. He should be ahead, but the dark green lights had a lovely outbreak there from Ryan, and that is move done unless there's a switch back for... No, it's not. Well, he kind of is. They're kind of alongside, but Ryan will have the inside for the next corner again, and he should have the place and take the lead. Carl 73 getting involved slightly in the background, but I would say he's going to have to get all this place. They're still side by side. He's still going to be alongside, but eventually Ryan will have this. Sadly, a left-hand corner didn't come anytime soon for him. He's still having to put pressure on here. Ryan's defending slightly. Looks to the inside. Surely not. He's going for it. Up the inside. Back into the lead. Ryan's going to have contact behind. Third place car spins. Does everyone avoid him? I think they do, just about. That's car 73 falling all the way down the order. The slightest bit of contact on the penultimate corner there, and there's another side-by-side now. I think Max is taking positions and a good advantage there while everything's kicking off. He's now another place there for Max into P5.
Yeah, that was hiking, I think, there before that went off. He's back onto the track there, but P15 in that exactly. 73 car. Max has the quickest lap time currently at the moment, but he's in this little bit of a jam, per se. He's in P5, there's Max. And I've just gone to the helicopter cam, guys, because so much action on there, and I don't want to miss any of it. Too much, as we're on, let me show up the top there too in the session state. It's out of an hour, 3 minutes into this race. Good close battles going on all over the place. And as you can see, that's Max getting pretty spicy here. Actually, Max is under pressure. My apologies, from Joa, the Belgian driver. There's bump drafting 101 for you right there. To the 221 car. Really giving it. So welcome along, everybody, here. I don't know where, where's Wes gone? Where's Wesley?
I'm disappeared for a second because my camera decided to just stop working, and I'm just looking at scenic, waiting for it to come back, but it will come back eventually. Just not logging into what I can see cars again, but I will be able to see them.
So this is one of the closest battles. I think actually Haken is making a run in the background here after coming off. Yes, he is. P13, the Norwegian driver. He is surrounded by two Dutch drivers behind him of Ivan and Tony, putting pressure down, and he's actually got just up the road there of Gilmere. Sorry guys, we're going to have to get nicknames from these drivers before the next round so that we can call them by whatever nickname they like, or their correct name properly. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody, for the first race of the season. 26 of you watching at the moment. Good on you. And this is definitely a run here. I'll put the track map up. This is in Spielberg, and that's the final corner. There. Big sweeping, well, it's two final corners, my apologies. This is the final corner right now, turn 10. And then back down around the straight line finish. Not sure what laps they're on because it's a time race anyway. However, we're expecting about 50-something, 57% fuel, so they're going to have to box around halfway through this race. We still have our leaders.
So the incident between car number 73 and 86 is no further action. And that was Ryan Martin and car 73 of the Porsche that spun round after the public corner. So the stewards decided that it was a racing incident there.
Yep, thank you.
Am I losing it, or am I seeing the Joker?
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it. I turned it off.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's really cool that that's there.
I don't know how to get rid of it. I turned it on and it won't turn off. So that I tried to turn the flag off as well. Oh, it's all going pearl-shaped. Anyway.
It's your time in tower settings, Mr. Biggles.
Yes, how do I turn it off, sir?
So the Joker is at the very top. You just select none for any information.
There is none. Only for Joker.
Yeah, it's at the very bottom of the time in tower settings.
Yeah, there is none. It's all on no data.
Check it.
You want to share me your SDK screen for a second? I'll point it out to you.
Okay. Just bear with us. Keep the action going at the moment. Wes?
Yeah, the car 73 is still trying to make his way back through the order after having a racing incident, as the steward say. He has got a good run here on car number 4 for 11th place, and he's to the outside, and he is through down straight up into P11. He goes, making another place as he tries to move further up towards the front of the field once again. Looks like he didn't get any damage from the contact with the other car. It was very light, to be fair, very, very light contact. Unfortunate to cause him to spin. As my line then goes and comes back in a second, as apparently, according to my screen, everybody's crashed, but they haven't. And
there has been a few. I'll try to get replay up in a second, but there's a battle at the moment. Once again, Portuguese driver P6, and that's Max on the inside line. They've kind of been going at it tooth and nail, as certainly can. You can go side by side practically all the way through this track. I've seen it before. You're bold and brave, and you have a lot of faith in the other drivers. And any help me on the Joker on that one, my friend, because as you can see the screen I'm sharing to you, it's up. And they did hit all the second no data boxes. They were all off.
No,
second. There, okay.
There we go.
How weird. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. I'll keep that for now. I'm going to get rid of the, the nationalities or the car numbers. We're going to try to keep it simple. But you can see the cars themselves. That's the brandings. We do have the Mercs in here now.
Kevin's at the moment.
Yeah, he took me out.
Oh. Yeah, let's have a look at the replay of Kevin. And yeah, what happened here, Kevin? He said he took you out. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah. That's just a little bit last of it didn't get it stopped in time, and almost synchronized spin for you guys. There it is. That's a 1914. Bit of an unfortunate racing incident, but you should still be okay, mate. Get back in it.
Yeah, I'm back.
I don't think he got much damage or anything from that. Hopefully not. Just to let everybody know about...
We're side by side. Is this Max continuing the fight?
Yep.
It is, and I think the Honda's in front of Max. There's cars everywhere here. Here's
God,
the
no.
Audi. Andre is just behind him, followed by David and William. Oh, look at that big pack of
Andre,
cars.
the Audi Motorsports there, the number 1 car. Oh, it's 11 actually, not 1. He's got the 1 on it, but it's actually 11. See, it's like he's painted the 11 over the 1. He's the detached car. That's the D-A-T-C-H. De-attach. I think he wants to detach from this pack at the moment. Get past him if you can. Oh,
We gotta
look at that.
Really had a look there. Got away with that one.
Yeah, asking out there in the chat how those points awarded. Go through that in a second, my friend, again. We're 10 minutes into this race, and look at the track map, mate. They're all into sector 1, 2, 1 and 3. They're all bunching up. It's a gap, believe it or not, down to where Charles is in P16. That's a gap of about 10 to 12 seconds, mate, so far. So they're all pretty close. Welcome along if you are new to Eddie Store Racing. Thank you very much. If you like us, thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell button if you want for future events that we have. And trust me, there's lots of motor racing that occurs here at Eddie Store Racing. We also have the Formula 1 series on Mondays. You can listen to my voice again. Or if you don't, we can hit the alternative casting commentary button, and it'll be in Espanol. No, why don't we can even that one?
Can you do that?
Well, we do have sometimes our championship leader that speaks Spanish. Here's an incident report that's coming up at the moment. 19 to 14. They have been given a 5-second post-race penalty for number 14. That would have been that incident, I believe, with yourself there,
Yes.
Kevin.
How does that work? How does that work?
Well, he's the 14 car, I believe, the one that tapped into you.
I'm the 14 car, I think.
Ah, well, the other car. I'm not sure that race control goes.
Well, we've just told Kevin some bad news.
Oh, Kevin, did you get the penalty?
Yeah,
Have you crashed again, Kevin?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
just...
fun then.
Oh, okay. I
He's
was
spun
seeing
in
that.
the getting told the news. He was so shocked.
Yep. I think you
He just spun
were.
himself around.
You can check
So
that
what-
race messages.
How does that work? Is when I go into the pits or?
No, after.
No,
Post. It
post.
says post.
Okay.
So still this battle is on track here between Andrew, David, William, and Harkin. Harkin, remember, he started quite upfield there, had a bit of a moment early, and has dropped 7 positions down to P10, but still back in this one. A couple of drivers have jumped in. That's one driver jumping in the pit lane right now. That's the first one. Brody's been in the pit lane already and has come back out. 42-second pit stop. I like this David guy from the JD racing team, because look at this. He's got his livery, and his picture actually he's got a race suit. Unless he's just made that picture, but the other way, he's keen and ready to roll. The 176 car from the United Kingdom, and he's in this kerfuffling in Spielberg for the first race of the season. 13 minutes into this race, 46 minutes to go.
So who's doing this? Who's in it at the front? So Max is making an Alonso-like train here, or a Trilly train as it used to be. He's really got everybody behind him. He's got a good four cars now stuck behind him.
Yep, right there in the blimp cam. Sold out grandstand as well. But I mean, it could very well be that's the Norwegian driver. I still can't pronounce his name correctly. I'm calling him Harkin Grebstad. And he's making an overtake into turn 3. Last of the late breakers. Can he make it stick here? He can. And I think that's definitely, I'd have to say, job done. He timed that one perfectly. And he got one on William. William could try and come back. Yeah. Yeah, making his way back up. Now 6 positions lost since the start of this race.
No, you can. Now the way the train situation is working out for him, maybe you can pick them off one by one. Is this teammate Max, or they just happen to both be in a Porsche? Are they different liveries? They're different liveries, aren't they? On those cars.
Yes, they are.
He just happens to be helping him out. Well, Max is running his own race. He got here by Mary. He's had a very good start, Max. But yeah, a few cars behind him may think they're quicker than him. But there's also sort of a train near the back as well.
Yeah, it's Farrell out there. G'day, mate. We casted earlier there for the Formula One practice sessions. He's joined us. G'day, g'day. He said, I know you dragged me in here. We commentated. I didn't drag you. I gave you the invitation code. He wants to know about the points. Can you explain the point system for everybody, please?
Well, I have last season's points, which I'm pretty certain it is still the same. So 5 points are given out in qualifying. Let's say 5, so more than that. 5 for pole anyway. And then 4 for second, 3 for third, 2 for fourth, 1 for fifth. That's a look from the Audi, is it?
Oh, it could be. If we get the right camera.
Everybody, it is a look from the Audi, but everyone survived. GT Omega on the rear wing of the Porsche there. Everybody has survived, just a bit closer on the exit than they may have been before. My view's going mental for some weird reason. Going on. Why? Change that. There we go. Maybe that's better. No one making any sort of moves there. I think they should stay as they are as they hit the brakes. But yeah, so top 5 in qualifying will get points. So there are currently already a top 5. But that is very close by. Hagen on David, I think there. He's really touching him. He's through though. He's up the inside. That's not going to be done, but he did try and complete it in the next corner. He's still alongside, good way alongside now. And that will be moved done on the exit, possibly. The corner after this is a right-hander. Yes, it's done. Another move, another place gained. Is that Adam, David having to defend from William a little bit into that corner yet?
Yeah, every time I'm going to a car at the moment, somebody's making an overtake, so I'm kerfuffling the cameras because I'm trying to go to the car behind. This car right now, William, from Texas, got the overtake done. Down the main straight. It should make it stick. He has. And that makes himself up into P9. So they've waited a few laps. They've timed each other. Tried to work each other out there. He's got the Dallas Cowboys livery, I think, on the 544 car there for William, definitely. He says he's from Texas, so no doubt he's definitely support, I think that's Dallas something motor racing team. See if I can show I can't show the team name. It doesn't, anyway, looked like it.
The other points work at the race win, 55 points. Second place is 50 points, third place is 47. 44 for fourth, 42 for fifth, and then 40 for sixth, and then slowly but surely it goes down to 2 points per position, and then eventually goes down to 1 point per position.
Further back in the field, thank you very much for that. Further back in the field here, looks like very much might have been a crash here. As we're on board with Harvey, as he's just gone deep, very deep, and didn't spin, and that allowed the place through actually. Another replay as well further back. This was a case of Denard. He's currently running in, just trying to see, in 25th place, actually. And, just twirly off track, perhaps? Or is it spun here? There it is. Yep. The final corner. And just a little bit of fence. The marshal there didn't even look like he backed away at all from the fence. He was fearless. Still continuing the live action here. 18 minutes into this. Max on to the back of Yale, I think. And that's the Portuguese driver, Yellow Afonso. They're still doing it. It's allowing the leaders to kind of push away down the road there.
Going for it to the outside. He might have this done on the outside here. Oh my god, he has. Tie exit. Yeah, what a move that is. That is brilliant. That is very good. After having a spin earlier, he's made his way through the pack, got through this train, got to the front, and just done him on the outside. That is some brilliant driving.
Norwegian, absolutely. Vikinged his way. Sorry, I'm going to get those references all the time. But yeah, he's fought his way back up brilliantly. He's now 3 positions down on what he originally started on. And he's had to do some really crucial overtakes. And with that, he's already starting to pull away a bit of a gap.
Yeah, he is already, actually. Yeah, you're right. And so Max is sort of holding everyone up, but he's able to get past everybody and through and drive away from them. So that is brilliant that he's managed to do that.
He does have pressure from Wolf. Hungry like the wolf down the road there from Andre. This is all that. William there, hanging in there. There's Max, of course, up the road. And Ryan's still hanging with our leader. Keep an eye on those times. He's keeping within a second. However, it's going to be coming up to the point soon where they're going to start looking at pit stop scenarios because they can't go to the end of this race on about 45-7% fuel tank in these beaster machines. And you can see from the manufacturer, so we have the first time that we've had Mercedes that thankfully just came out in the Mercedes GT3 cars just a couple of days ago, right in time for our first race of the season here for the GT series, GT3 series. So yeah, not much time to practice.
Many people driving it.
We do have quite a few.
People driving it. Yeah.
We have 5. That's Kevin, you guys can hear as well. He's driving. Kevin Burke currently at the moment running little only down at P24 after that incident, which once again, we're not quite sure if you get the 5-second post-race penalty.
Oh, no, yeah, he's got it.
You
But
do. Yeah, you do have it, Kevin.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on that, Kevin, for you. But from your reaction to getting the penalty, I can't wait to see why.
Yeah, live stewarding, of course, here at Any Store Racing, especially when you have 26 cars essentially in this race.
And you can't argue with them.
No.
That's what makes it harder.
Yeah, there's no Mikey, no, okay? There's no Michael Massey here. There is no. It's just no. Let's behave. Here's a run. Andre.
Oh, that is a run.
It's into turn 1. Oh, no, turn 3. Up top of the hill. Gotta make it stick. He does. Remember, he can come back. No DRS is activated. Think about the background here as well, too. It definitely looks like Williams. Be a part of this party.
Not much of a gap. He's got Max is just losing places now. Oh, he's trying to outbrake him now.
Yeah, Ferrell out there. Oh, there's a spin. And who's going around? That's Max going around. That's our Scotsman driver. Oh, no, sorry, he's got a Scottish flag on there, but showing him from different nationalities. But yes, a little bit unfortunate. You see that a lot, actually, in those turns. That's turn 4, I think that was too. It's just a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's called a motor race, Toto. And that will be under the report, no doubt. Further back in the field, there's Rick Jensen, so my apologies. Look at that livery. First time I've actually checked his livery out. Very Dutch, of course. He has a Dutch flag next to his name. You gotta drive an orange. It brings you luck. It's just like if you have to drive in green. If you're an Irishman, you have to have orange if you're a fellow man from the Netherlands.
Well, I drive an orange car, and I'm neither.
Incident is being noted by race control right on the queue, so yep, you don't mess with them. So I'm seeing James Ellis has had a crash. Let's go back to a replay and have a look at that one. This is a little bit behind all that. Roughly now, that's James in the 44 car. He's behind David. He's alone here. He's in the new Mercedes. He's just outbraked. He's outbraked himself here. Oh no, that was a spin earlier. So he's just had to slow down to avoid that. That was a spin from Max. Go back and show you that spin from Max again, and we'll have a look at it from a chopper cam, from the blimp cam. Here it is. So I'm sure the stewards will be looking at this at the same time. That's just the inside line. Once again, approaching up into turn 3, overtaking opportunities, but they've just come together, and it's just a tight little momentum, isn't it? Just forces it. There's your message. No further action. Just a racing incident from race control. And that's simply because, you know, he's trying to turn in. He's not, but it didn't look argy-bargy. It just looked like it's just no room. And, well, you do have to try to make overtaking if gap car. Otherwise, as Senna would say, no, you would be no longer a racing driver. Didn't go for it. I've been
sent a screenshot of the chat, actually, and I'd like to say hello, Brutal Reapers. It's been a while. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
And Farrell, Farrell's asking, we're at 1/3 racing distance. When do we expect to see some pit stops? I'd say halfway, right? When we're 35?
No, it will be within the next few minutes. It will be, because they pit here now-ish, and then they pit again with like 10 to go is how it went last season. So it's also, a lot of the time it was who goes first, but sometimes it was everyone will follow the leader in. So it all depends what's going on now, and I think some are pitting, if I'm not wrong. Do we have a few in? Or is
yes.
that just the timing going
no, we
wrong?
do. We do have a few in. Ivo, Geronimo, I think there's Rick. They've all gone into the pit lane. We'll keep an eye on them. I'll keep an eye on their pit lane time. So it's going to show up there the laps on the timing tower. That's the pit. That's the lap that they've boxed on, which is lap 16, obviously in the race. I don't even know.
Oh, is it? That's cool. That's really cool.
I don't even know what lap it is actually. Sorry. Yeah,
Well,
Brody actually lapped on.
It's actually lap 16.
There you go.
That's what I'm on at the moment, and the leaders have just gone past me.
Well, there we go. That's a nice little thing. Let's see if any of them pit. They do. Here they are. They're both in.
Yeah.
They're just about knock in the pits. That's awkward.
Oh.
Oh, which do you go? Do you just sit and wait? Oh, God, that is awkward. Oh, how much
Yeah,
time
it's
is it
flashing
costing
at the
them?
moment. Not a happy camper.
Oh, another one's coming and caught them as well. Oh, everyone's catching them up because they've had to go so slow. It's going to cost them so much time in the overall of this race.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oyston, I think. Yeah, that's Oyston and Ryan. And look at that. Look how oh, Ryan's overtaken his Mark II, the Scottish driver. You saw that. That's going to cost him a little bit of time in the pit stops. We're looking at about anywhere around 52nd. 42 would be a good one from Brody earlier at the start of the race, but I'd say around here because they're taking a few. I'd say 50s. We'll have a look.
Everybody is in for a while. Here we go. They're going to go
We
to
do have a
this
few.
30-second in the top. Now they go. One's gone early. Who was that? That was the leader before's gone earlier than Ryan. So Ryan's lost quite a considerable amount of time there. You said he missed his box, so that might be why.
Absolutely.
Now everything is messed up because of the pit stops. But that is a lot of time lost to the rest of the cars. The front two lost so much time in the pit entry there.
Yeah, Oyston had, and then again, well, I think Oyston actually did okay. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't. It was Oyston did not lose any time. It was the Scottish driver, and that's Ryan. And Ryan now is a little just down the road. You could probably see his car. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's Brody, Charles, and Luigi there separating him. So that's how much time it cost him by that little bit of a mistake. And of course, they all kerfuffled their way. Remember to Oyston here that we're following on board with. He also had that back marker, remember, that went a little slow and cautious into the pit lane. It cost him as well some time.
Very slow. I assume they had damage. As now Afonso's in. I want to see how much time they lost. So they were in the box for the same amount of time as everyone else because the time they lost was more. It wasn't in the pit lane. It was in the pit entry. So you can't really work out how much time they lost, other than maybe their fastest lap. But then their previous lap. They can't really tell that because they were pinning anyway. So maybe we can see. Alfonso did a 134. They did 130. So there's not that much time they lost in the. As in when the pit boxes are as well matters depending on So whether we'll see what happens here when everybody pits. Who's going to be where? I assume they're going to go straight back up to the front. And it does look like they have. Wolf. So Andre hasn't pitted just yet, but. So there you go. So Ryan did lose a place to Luigi, so it's definitely cost him a place. But then he missed his box as well, so that hasn't helped him in his cause. But yeah, you just asked when the first pit stops were. Well, they were literally as you were asking. So the next lot of pit stops will come with about 10 to go, but they've spiced this one up a bit. They've created a gap at the front. They were pretty close, but now it's caused a battle for second, which Ryan's going to straight away try and get back. Kind of there, he's there. He's given a lot of room there by Carlo Massena with Luigi. Yeah, very, very nice room given. And I'd say that's move done. Yep, Luigi was very nice to Ryan there. Ryan's probably right now a little bit hot-headed.
Oh, spin in the front, in the foreground. Who was that?
That was on a monster Porsche.
Oh, that could have been Leonard. That's something I think it may have been lapped down.
Leonard who's in front of me.
Yeah, there it is. So yeah, that was Leonard. Leonard currently is in P24. He's behind you now, my friend. Showing you in P23 there, and that's Kevin. You can hear us on the team radio, of course, from his car.
As long as he gets a 5-second gap before the end of the race, he'll be alright.
Guess who's back on the rampage? The Norwegian driver again, Haken, a 73 car. He has Adam up the road, and he looks like very punchy here. Yep.
I think he's going to have him there. He's going to have the inside for turn 3. He's got to have him, I'd say, on the braking here. Is another move done? Maybe? Yes, definitely. That's done. More overtaking here this season than last. I want to point that one out. Weirdly enough, last season we were talking about slipstream quite a lot on the draft stuff, and then there wasn't too much of it. But this season there's been quite a decent amount of overtakes, especially going into down the straights and such. Not sure what's changed there.
Yeah, a lot of cars on the track too. So you get the track map up on the screen there. So Ferrell asked, does the car setup play much into the overall performance of this game, or is the car just as it is? And I'll let you answer that one, Kevin, as well as you.
I can answer that right now. So normally I'm pretty decent in the Audi on this particular track, but the setup what I've got for this today is not doing me any justice. I'm way behind everybody else. I'm usually getting run about 130s, and I'm averaging 132. So that's your answer there, buddy. Car setup is a big factor.
There you go. Takes quite a bit too to set up these cars, as Andre finally went into the pit lane.
So he's gone 3 laps extra. Is Andre? He's done half distance here. Andre is gonna go and do a 1-stop. Listen to me. He is doing a 1-stop 100%. Andre. If he's gone that far in his first stint, that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, Buggy out there had said that. Buggy. Was that you? No. In the chat?
No, it's not me.
No, somebody else completely agreed with you on that one. Just as you said it. That's why I thought it was you typing it there for a second, but...
Yeah, no, definitely not me. As I've just seen it come up on another chat I've got from Kevin as well, so there you go. There's 3 of us, there's 3 of us just watching him now. We're just going to watch his times and see what he does. What is he? He's 6th place. That could work out pretty well. What's a pit stop loss, what you reckon?
Well, the pit stop losses have been about 55 seconds if you're good, quick in and out. That's the total time.
Yeah, the stop in the box, but the end of the stint is going to go down by 10 seconds. So, an average stop then, what's pit lane, is going to go down to, it's going to be, he needs a bit of a gap. What does he need? He needs at least a 30 second, he needs to be within the leaders by the next pit stop. So what is he now?
Well, I'll show you that. I'll pull up the gap times there just to confuse everybody with more telemetry. Gap to leader.
Yeah, he's 18.
And that's your pit stop times to the right-hand side of that. That's the total pit stop time in and out. There's no point showing the box time. Well, even though the box time was a lot more, we do know from, where is our Scottish... Ryan, remember, look at that. That's why Ryan's 57-second pit stop total, because we saw him overshoot his box a little bit. And that does pay a big difference in here. You have to get, just like in the real racing world, you have to stop on your box, otherwise your team has to move around a little bit. That costs, seconds to seconds. Counts a lot. And out there, Farrell, just to let you know, mate, that I casted with earlier for the free practice sessions, he's actually an engineer for DTM cars, so he knows his stuff. He could probably set the cars up for you. I don't know the difference between the DTM and the GT3s. They're pretty close.
DTM are now...
I'm just looking at the times. Just looking at the times there, and I can see that P4 Hacken, he's got the quickest time, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's flying. He's absolutely blistering. His last lap was at 29.17, 29.12 for our leader, but he's got to make his way up because he's got a bit of a gap. 4 seconds to Luigi in P3, but I bet you he's going to be catching the Italian pretty soon. The only Lamborghini driver too on the track is obviously he likes it, and he's Italian, of course he has to like. I mean, do you think the Italian driver would be any other car? Do you think he'd be in an Audi or a BMW? No. He's either going to be in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. He's chosen Ferrari. Lamborghini, sorry. Drive-through penalty for car 17. Was that the car that impeded the leaders going in? I believe it was, right? If I'm not mistaken. That was the driver that... Afonso.
Is it?
Yeah, it was Afonso. No, I don't think it was.
Yeah, that's P11, I think. That's got that one. So that's not...
Where's P11? Yeah, he's serving it now. Right here. I think it was. The Portuguese driver's in. He's got a bit of damage, unless he's just coming in to fix some damage. It looks like his front end's...
car number 5 was the driver going slowly into the pits. They have got a warning for it.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the action, and here it is. Really close action at the moment, my friend, between P10 and P11.
Is that Ivo to the outside? Yeah. It is. Is that going to get... That's not going to be done. Or it is, actually. I've lied. He's done a good exit. Not enough room. He's going to be there. Max is just behind these two as well.
In P10, 11 and 12, there's a little battle between these three going on in front of me.
Are you in the Audi, the blue Audi there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Just in front of me, these three guys are having a go at each other.
Yeah, they're going all right. Well, watch it.
Interesting.
We got it right on camera. Thank you very much for that. We can see, kind of see you in the background, but they're going to go side by side. Now they are. Yep.
That was close.
Through the two left-handers, the only two left-handers. Who's gone a little bit wide and deep there? That's
I thought. German driver. Max is going to have a go now after his spin earlier. Max will want to get through very quickly. He's going to be impatient. He's going to wait.
You can be patient. I mean, but this is it. We're probably expecting a lot of two-stoppers out here. That'll be interesting. I'll get rid of the gap there for a second, and I'll show you back in when they did box, on what lap that they boxed, so you get an indication of who's taking a little bit. It's going to have more fuel at the end of the day. And if you're new to iRacing out there, guys, fuel is important. A lot of drivers do run really low or run fumes towards the end of the race, and then they'll have to start back. You start to see a lot of drivers going, why are they backing off on the pace? Why are they going so slow? That's because they're in fuel saving mode, just to try to get across the line.
At the moment, Andre will be in the lead by 19 seconds. So that's the gap that he's going to have with about 10 minutes to go. That's the fight, really. That is going to be the fight at the end.
19 seconds, that's a good gap.
It's a good gap, but it's going to come down to what he's got. He's got about 14 or more minutes to get the gap smaller. And I think that will come down.
The accident must be in front of me. I've seen a come-off car.
There is an accident from William or James. We'll see that in a second. I'm just trying to see if there's an overtake. Somebody's gone wide there.
There's two slow Mercs there, wasn't there?
Harvey as well. It's James that's crashed, I think. Let's have a look at the replay. If you give us a good camera angle there for a second, please. I can choose camera. That's what I'm talking about. James is by himself here. That's the 44 car. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
I reckon there's a car off ahead of him.
There it is. There's a car that's spun, and he's gone around and... good braking. What about the cars behind? Yeah.
That's well done.
They're off the racing line at that point, so they can go through. That's what we saw. That's what. Yeah, good catch there.
Well done by everybody to avoid that. Well done for the car holding their brakes. Well done for James for avoiding the stranded car in the middle of the road.
They're still at it, mate. Max has been in the wars all race long, and he is gone wide here. Yes, so that's Gotts there, William, Max that we can run on board with. James is a little bit further down from them. But that's an interesting battle. You can see all within a second of each other. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Tony's in this party. So welcome along, guys. Hope you're enjoying this one. Fuel's important for race as well. Thanks for the insight. You picking on me? It's more important for iRacing because, I mean, I cast a lot of the F1 and the actual F1 game. Not the simulator, of course. There is none. Well, there is in iRacing. But the fuel in that is you can't... I don't really ever see drivers run out of fuel in the F1 game too much. But in iRacing, of course, you do.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Maxi says just drive from me off the pace. But you can see in that track map out there, guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all kerfuffling as they go through the two left-hand turns. So your right-hand... front right generally on this track, I know in the Formula class cars tend to take a lot of punishment because that's where, you know, you're doing majority right-hand turns. It's not so punishing on road car tyres as to Formula tyres, as James Ellis is in the pit lane. Second time.
Track map. Is the track map done by position rather than number?
Whatever. At the moment, it is showing position. Yeah, I could do car number, but I've got it by position.
I just looked at it going, hang on, I've confused myself to where everybody was.
Yeah, I could change it to car number if everybody wants. Depending on what tickles your fancy, really, at the end of the day.
Oh, the car numbers aren't on the screen, so it's probably good to stay with position.
It's position because it's also coloured with the cars, as you can see. If you look at the timing table down there, the two white cars are the white on the dots too, 1 and 2. And the 3, you can see Luigi's yellow. And we're seeing a late dive. Oh, from Max. Lucky. Oh, he's gone? No, that's just probably, yeah, that's just sometimes iRacing just goes and brings them back in.
With there, I'd say.
Loosey goosey.
Break from.
Yeah, it's been a lot of time. Max is getting a lot of screen time today. He likes it because He's from the Shazoo party.
So the gap to watch is P1 and where P6 is. That's the crucial one.
Yeah, let me put
How
the gap. Let
big
me put the
bank
gap back up there again too, guys. Yeah, because we know the pit stop around here is about 55, let's say on average, and there's your gap.
Well, now 24, and you can take 10 off because they're going to put a lot less fuel in the second time round, so it's going to be about 40-ish. Stop. That's important to how this one ends.
Absolutely.
P9, 10 and P12 battle at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Remember, we're on
I think
that.
we've seen a crash as well too. So let's have a look at this one. This is Leonard.
Oh, there's a car to our left.
Just having a look. If
The
he's
LHL.
gone off, he got a good exit out of there. That's the. This is the Monster Energy car of Leonard. Oh no, he spun himself, and that was out of. It's down the hill. What was that? That's out of the lefties. The second left turn, sector 3.
Dropped mid-corner, he went there.
Back to the live racing. You can see the track map right now. So traffic everywhere. And we are down to about 20 minutes left in our race. Thank you for everybody for tuning in for our first exciting, and it looks to be a very exciting series of the GT3 Season 2. First race. And guess what? Didn't think this is exciting, my friend. Mount Panorama is on your calendar for the next one. So come down. I'm going to barbecue up some kangaroo as I'm going to sit there and pull up a folding chair and watch these gladiators make their around. See, they're going to be the king of the mountain. That's going to be the key, isn't it? That's a pretty grueling track. Kevin, that's driving at the moment, currently running in P22. Kevin, you love Mount Panorama, don't you, mate?
I'm not like that.
I know you don't like it. That's why I mentioned it, actually. It's a love-hate relationship with that track. Drive-through penalty for car number 5 has been issued by the FIA Race Control. And that number 5 car is Harvey. But Harvey's already running down in P24. So it's probably not too bad for him. Not going to lose crucial points this evening.
What we got here? We've got Häkkinen on Luigi. Is that what we got next?
Yes, we do. Häkkinen, we know, has some serious pace. He's probably been the highlighting man all night, or all day, all night, depending where you're in the world. Because
Look at the pace he's brought out, because he's now, nearly back with the guys he was with when he spun at the start of the race. He has nearly pulled all the time back that he's lost, so he is really throwing himself back in this.
I love that determination. Because now, he lost 7 places, didn't he, after that early instant spin? And he's he's down 1 place, and if he gets his overtake done right now on the Italian in the Lamborghini, then that's back up to exactly where he started the race, just as you mentioned. And he's got 17 minutes to get it on with to try to catch Ryan up the road.
He's going to go now. He's got to go now. He's going to have to outbrake him here. He is inside. Outbraked him. Easily done. That's done. For the corner. Who's that going wide? Someone.
I think somebody completely, probably a back marker, just a lap car to let him out of the way. We don't want to mess with them, of course. They're having their own battle.
I think it was Leonard, to be honest. I think, actually.
Good sportsmanship there from Leonard. It was, absolutely.
Left the door wide open here. It's
He
still
has.
open. It's a bit late to close it. He shouldn't have left it that far open. You're going to have him back.
He's not going to give it up, man. It's Italian spirit. He doesn't have the Tifosi here. Of course, to support him, you'd hear him. But I'll tell you what, you're going for it tooth and nail, and you can, once again, go side by side through this whole track if you want to do it, if you're allowed the space. We want to see this racing. We expect this racing in the GT Series all season long. I think at the end of the day, once Häkkinen gets past, he's just kind of like, really just gets up the road, doesn't he? I mean, he's just a machine so far in this race, at least. And Luigi then has to try to get on with it in the Lamborghini. I'll tell you, I'll still take any of these cars if you give me them. I have no problems. So I'm not picky when it comes to GT3 cars. Anything fits in my garage, I'll take.
I like the GT3 series period, but in the cars, the one I do like, but I don't drive it, is the Beamer.
Beamer, yep. So, incident limit received there for car number 18. Now, I wonder if that was Leonard, and we were wondering if it was Leonard that got out of the way to let those drivers through. If an off track caused him, maybe an off track. Sometimes you get off tracks. Of course, you get too many off tracks. They go on incident reports, and then you get a drive-through penalty. That's something we can clarify. You can clarify how many you are allowed. But in that case, if he did go off the track to let him through, that I don't think that would have been allowed. But he probably had a handful. I'm sorry. What were you saying there, Kevin?
I think it's 18. I think.
18.
18.
And then after that, something else I said. Right now, I'm currently on 8, so hopefully no more.
No more, yeah.
Yeah, as Boggy out there says, you really like the filter shaders I have, huh? Yep. It's not my filter shaders, they're ESR filter shaders that they've added. Well, thank you very much for that. Ivo van der Linden? It's got a Van in his name, Van der, so you could definitely tell he's from the Netherlands. And I could definitely tell because that livery was also indicating how patriotic he is for his colour, his car, for his country. And that's the 10 car running 123 Ignition sponsorship. And he's gained 5 positions in this race at the moment in the BMW, so good driving so far. Into the crucial points playing positions as well, with now 14 minutes left of the race. But do they have to box again? We're still kind of all debating that, right?
Oh, they will. They will. It only will be... There we go. Thank you for that race control.
There we go. Right on. I like this race control. Got it all sorted, mate.
It's like they're listening to us.
Yeah, Crofty and Martin, you don't get that, my friend. FIA won't pull up that on the screen for you anytime you want. So, yeah, come down to Anti-Store Racing if you want some good broadcasting. Of course, they don't have any control over that, but we do. Bet you Ferro would laugh at that one too, mate, because we're casting from race control information and stuff like that anyway that we get on YouTube. But yeah, in, box is the call out there. It has to be around the time. You have to allow yourself some time to get some overtakes done too, right? 13 minutes left of this race.
It almost turns into almost like a sprint race. Everyone just puts as little fuel as possible just to get to end, and they just all go for it. But then everybody's doing it, so also the issue. So a few people, like I think Andre doing a one-stop, that's where the strategy is going to be interesting.
Yeah, there's your pit stops up again too, when they box. Now, just I don't know what laps they're on because I've got time, but I know that Kevin can tell me. Oh, Kevin's actually muted at the moment. If somebody could tell me at the moment what lap that they're on, because once again, this is a time race, so I don't get the actual lap count. I'll have to talk to the bosses at B about that, how we can fix that for future, so I can get an idea, mate, what the laps are. I think Kevin's muted, of course, one of our drivers out there. He's probably getting his head down and focusing. He's a little bit annoyed of us talking too much.
Doing the maths and trying to work out when he's going to box soon.
True.
Yeah, it will be next 2 laps. I reckon the first lot will come in, and then the few that went to lap 18, they might go extra, or they might have been pushing a bit extra in this stint. It all depends, but the majority of them will pit on the same lap. I reckon the next 2 will be when leaders will go in.
So you better run down there, mate, and put your Ted shirt on. You could be busy. Charles is coming in the pit lane now, so we're going to start to see this. So do you think it's going to come down once again to that Norwegian driver leading this race in the Mercedes, the new Mercedes? If he goes in, everybody else goes in kind of situation? Like they all follow?
Yeah.
Follow the leader? Okay.
Yeah, follow the leader. It happened a lot last season, I reckon. That's how Harvey's had his black flags cleared, apparently. Yeah, but a few of them, top lot are all on the same strategy, so they all should just look at that. That's a throw over golf livery. If you want to go to that quickly, just from my personal point of view, that looks awesome. Yeah, that was the car that he just their leader just overtook. I think that was 18. That's 18. Yeah, that's Michael Perry, isn't it? Oh, look at that. That is. Yeah. You, sir, lovely car. Good choice. That's lovely. Thank you. You've made my day with that. That looks. Hey, it doesn't beat. Oh, that is lovely, of course, but you know, you can't beat Brody. Oh, I went to Brody. He spins. Brody, you zinged it. You zinger-burgered it. Then the Ferrari. That timing could not be more perfect. he's gonna be over there. No, he'll have a smile on his face because Brody does a lot of casting. Brody was a part of our fantastic team guys out there too. While we have a quick moment, the pit stops are starting to occur. About 24-hour Le Mans that we had last weekend for Anti-Store Racing. 2 teams that we had, LMP1 and LMP2. And unfortunately, LMP1 team did not finish with too much damage. However, the LMP2 team finished P5.
the 24-hour race. So very, very cool. There you go. And what does it say? Finger licking good. Finger spinning good. Finger spinners? Spinning good. Anyway. Back up to the top because I'm just curious to know when the pits are starting to curve from the leaders as they make their way around. And yep, there's Ryan getting past your golf livery car getting lapped. Oh, yeah. I just got the message from race control, from the race messages.
Yeah, he's spun again. Brody spun again at turn 1.
Brody has another spin, yep. He's feeling a little greasy from the KFC, do you think? Oh, I got the puns coming. And we are on... We still don't know what lap we're on. Can you guys out there let us know, please, what lap we're on?
34.
34. Thank you. So David's in the pit lane. Rick's gone in.
This should be it. This should be it now. If they pit on lap 17, this is another 17 later. This should be this lap one next.
Well, the green machine there of Alston, the lead in the race, has got a 2.8 second gap to Ryan. And he's in that brand new Mercedes. He kind of looks like the Aston Martin Mercedes safety car, doesn't he? For Formula One.
Really nice
He doesn't go in? No? Nope, there's a pit lane entrance out of turn 10, just before turn 10. Stays out once again. But Ryan's gone in. Now, this is it. Yep.
And there you go.
As well as the Italian. Luigi's gone in, as well as in the background there, Brody's gone in. So this is it. This is crunch time.
Where's Wolf? Is he going through yet?
Yeah, Wolfie has to stay out, right, for sure, because he boxed on lap 20. What did you say the lap was before that we're on now currently, sorry?
We run lap 34, now we'll be on 35.
Okay, so...
They're exiting the pit now, so Andre's not done this. He's not got them.
Yeah, no, mate, necessarily. Yep, let's have a look. We will go to the blimp cam. No, Luigi comes out just ahead, the Italian driver, in the Lamborghini. But Andre's gained 2 positions over on this race. 6 positions gained from William. Might have to box, as we have a few other people in the pit lane. But they got the fresh fuel in, just a splash and dash it was too. No tyre change, I would imagine.
Yeah, they were in the pit lane for, oh my god, wow.
Ryan
was in. They were in there for 20, it's telling me 28 to 25 seconds. It's telling me that Luigi was in the pit for 0.5 seconds. That's how much fuel he's gone and put in there.
Okay,
That's
race leader's gone in. Let's see if the undercut's going to pay off. Both of them are going in. Harkin as well.
Now, they shouldn't be in the pit box for more than 10 seconds here. The actual box itself putting fuel in.
Now, where's Ryan? We'll keep an eye on Ryan. I want to see where Ryan is. Let's go to the chopper cam. Actually, to our blimp cam. Now, Ryan's the P3 on the map. Going down the main straight now. Crossing the line. Pit exit from Ollie.
They're already out.
Already out? Yep, they have actually cleared up quite well. Well, no, he might get the 2. Where's the 2 car? Right there, there's the 2 car. That's Harkin. It's going to be close. It's going to be side by side. He's got the power down. This is definitely spicy. Could he get him? Could the undercut have paid off?
Well, he's a lot closer than he was. He's Hercules to the overcuts, actually. Oh my god, around the outside. No way. From there.
So Ryan did it. He got the job done. He got the position back. And he boxed just that lap earlier.
Herkinen has less fuel. He was in the box for less time. He pitted a lap later. He's got less fuel. He needs to go now. Got 6 minutes to try and catch the lead of 5 seconds. Is it possible?
Anything's possible when it comes to motor racing and esports, my friend. But yeah, you gotta get your head down.
Andre is P5 on the lookout for that one stopper, and he looks like he's going to do it. The maths was not correct on the amount of time it takes to pit, definitely.
Yeah, for mine, I think probably is 3740s. I'm showing up the screen. We'll get rid of that now.
On mine, they took 25, 28.
Oh, look at the Lamborghini flashing a back marker to get past that. I think that might even be Kevin. But, as he does, that's the Lamborghini of Luigi. So Austin's leading this race from Ryan Harkin. He's got to try to hold off. That's Ryan and Harkin you're watching right now. That's the battle for P2. Luigi's still a couple of seconds to gain. Williams boxing. Yoa's boxing. Box, box, box. In is the call for those drivers. So they'll drop back a few places. And now the sprint race to the end at the end, mate, my friend, with all the fours on the clock remaining. Just trying to see William and their pit lane exits there, so he'll come back out. That's our driver from Texas. Coming back out, will he get out ahead of that traffic? He should be able to. Yes, he does. So he's cleared him, remains in P7. On P7 at the moment. He's gained 5 positions in this race too, so he's pretty much the biggest gainer in the top 10 apart from Rick Jansen. It's the Dutch driver down there at the moment. Look at that. He has gained 15 positions, sitting in P10. But, yeah, and he's got another car up the road if he wants to P9. It'll be Ovo and We'll go back further to the front of the field here and see if Harkin, we know that he's got some pace here. 73 car. If he wants the P2, he has to steal it from Ryan now. He's got 3 minutes, just under 4 minutes to get it done.
They closed the second on the leader. In that last lap, they were definitely quicker, so that's interesting. So they're catching the leader, but less than 4 minutes to go. They don't have enough time.
Just having a look if I can pull up some of the last lap times here for everybody. Good comparison. There it is. So I think Rick is also battling it out there. Did he get the job done? No, not yet. Two interesting battles occurring left on this race. Ryan got the fastest lap on that last lap, but they're doing 128 at the front.
Yeah, they're flying. What's going on there?
Massive crash somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's a massive kerfuffling happening there now. That's going to spoil some of these drivers' chances of getting some positions there. That's going to sort itself out. But I'm going to go back up to here. Back up to Hykin.
Back marker, which they Kevin, I think.
And it might have helped him with his exit now out of turn 1 and the big chase up the hill. And this is an overtaking opportunity, as we all know, into turn 3.
He's defending. He will go around the outside there, and it can work. It's not this time.
But he's put the Ryan's has to put banker. Ryan's been putting in banker laps, but Haken's just replaced it, so he has the fastest lap now, and he's going for it. I can't make it stick there. You got a couple of series of left-handers coming up now, so where are you going to choose your racing line?
It's lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely. There's enough room just for him. That's still low. He's the guy. He can't have it. Like, they won't win this now. They've cost each other too much time. They won't win now. Who's going to get second? That's the fight.
It's a definite fight for second. Yeah, Ulster's up the road there, just comfortable. Could just bring it home. 5.2 seconds. And this is definitely the spicy battle for P2.
They're
running off.
Can't have that one either. Has he got a lap? He's got a lap or two to go. He's got a lap on it.
It should be. It was 50-something seconds now remaining in the race. A few other drivers are boxing almost on the last lap there as well too. But this is where we can keep the battle up.
He's got him. He's got such a good run. He has to have him here. Oh, he's pushing him.
Car number 18, you're asking out there. I'm just going through the list real quick, but this is a spicy. Oh, wow. Car number 18's Leonard, my friend. He's been in the wars.
Run. Have him in the outside. He just needs the inside, which he's not going to get. Ryan's not going to allow it. He needs him. He needs Ryan to come across here. He's just the inside. He can't make it around the outside. Surely not. No, he's going to try. He's going to run out of room. He does. That might be it.
He's giving it everything.
He needed the inside. He couldn't find the inside. Ryan would not let him have it. Do you think this is the last lap? The time's gone over, so this surely should be the checkered flag when they cross the line. He's done a fantastic job to get back up to the front three.
Will this be the checkered flag right now for Alston?
It is.
It is. So the Norwegian driver has done it. He started on pole. He's dominated the race. The Mercedes, for the first time in this simulation, really, only a couple of days, and he's already mastered it. The Norwegian driver got it done. Ryan finished in P2. He can just, really bought his way back up. The top three started in those three positions. So fantastic. William there. David, they're still coming around. Now David looking to gain a couple of positions as well for the JD Sim Racing team.
Andre did the one stop, got P5, it worked.
It did, yep. It's gained 2 positions. There it is. But this man, I'd have to say, well, there's William, gained 5 positions from P7, making his way up. Sorry, he's in P7 currently at the moment. James Ellis was in the wars a few times. He's pretty happy, I have to say, to getting 2 positions, but this is the driver of the day, right here. Well, outside of that, but look at that. The Dutch driver, 16 positions gained. It gets himself into P9. Fantastic. Got to be pretty happy with that.
Yep, there you go.
That'll be it. But, yep, there's your man of your hour. Norwegian driver. Got it done.
Top 3. Look at them.
Yep.
All nice together.
All started at the top 3 together, all finished at the top 3 together. But, yeah, Haken in the 3rd place, the 73 car. He had to work for that, didn't he? He had to fight his way back up after that early spin to get the job done, and he did.
Same result, but there was such a journey to get there.
Absolutely. An adventure. And that's the first race of the season. So brilliant. Those pit stops at the end really spiced things up. The 2 stops, everybody did the 2 stop. The only person that did that 1 stop was Andre, that you mentioned, that had gained a couple places by doing that. So it did pay off. Something to note in your book for future races. What strategy might work and what strategy might not work. We're going to have some interviews too with these gladiators, no doubt, guys. So absolutely, please don't go anywhere. They're all going in the pit lane to get some champagne and to cool down. Well, 3 of them will be getting some champagne. We'll go through our results right now. If you'd like to read through it, I'll just turn off all the other jazz. We'll go through it right there. Here it is, official. Well, unofficial results, but so far, most of that should be official. We had live marshalling. Go for that one, please, Wes.
So, car number 37 takes the win after dominating. It says it. This is qualifying results. This is.
My bad.
There's only 4 thousandths of a second.
Race
there.
results coming up right now. There it is.
I was a bit close there at the end. I thought closer than I thought it was. But car 37 is still the top of the results page, no matter what one it is. Ryan that's different to there's. That's happened, isn't there? Ryan is P2 and Hökkinen should be P3, but
Oh yeah, you're right.
41 seconds back, so that's a 30-second penalty for something somewhere.
That's true.
So we'll get the stewards can hear us, so I'm sure something will come up somewhere and tell us what's going on there, but maybe not. Maybe Luigi gets P3 then in the end of all of that. Andre, 1 stop, P4, look at that. If he pitted, he probably wouldn't have gone off a place because of the penalty there, so that's worked out even better for him than in P4. Hökkinen then, I'm not sure what he could have done wrong, but P5 nonetheless, only just, as David takes P6, William in P7, James in P8, which had a few spins, I think, during that race, if I'm not wrong. Rick, which made up loads and loads of places, was it 13 in the end throughout that race, in P9. Alfonso in P10, and there was an incident in the end between multiple cars that will be viewed after the race, and I think he was involved in that one and a few others maybe as well. Adam in P11, Ivo van der in P12 with 123ignition.com. P13 for number 17.
There is a race control message. 73 did not serve his drive-through. As such, 40 seconds have been added to his finishing time. So P7 was promoted to P3. There it was confirmed.
So what do you get a drive-through for then? Was that for the? That wasn't for the incident where he spun. So I'm interested. Maybe. Oh, that might be of track limits violation or something. Maybe that could have been that. So your car 17 finished P13. Max in the end was P14 after going up the order, but slowly falling back down. Michael takes P15. Barry in P16. Charles in P17. Connor Welsh, which I didn't see very much. In P18, Brody, which spun a few times in P19. All of these cars are out down. Eli in P20. Tony in P21, which was higher up at one point. P22 for car number 4. Kevin Burke takes P23. He had a 5-second penalty at the end, but it doesn't matter because the car behind was 5 laps down. I believe the rest did not finish.
Yeah, Kevin, you did all right. I know Kevin's in the chat, mate. You got it home.
Yeah, I'm still here, lads.
Yeah, you had some fun. No doubt. I'll go back to the top there again and show that real quick again from
one of my favourite tracks. But...
Yeah, definitely. So Harkin was demoted down to P5 or something. We do have the steward, I believe, in here at the moment. If Kevin isn't here, can clarify that with us once again. If we do
I'll be having a word with Kevin soon.
Yeah, if we have Kevin, if you want to let us know from race control or that what that penalty was issued for. We do have the steward, I believe, in here.
Yeah, sure thing. What happened was that Hakon reached the incident limit and got given a drive-through penalty, which he did not serve, which ended up adding 40 seconds to his total lap time.
Aha, there it is. Thank you very much for the confirmation about that one.
And also, Kevin, what was my penalty for? That's what I'd like to know.
We'll
We're
find
supposed to
out
be friends, but
soon.
Kevin looks after Kevin. Do you know what I mean?
It's all fair here, my friend. There is no all your friendships out the door. As soon as you get inside that car, friendship stops.
But more important, I've got P2 for you right here, so enjoy.
Excellent. Yeah, we've got some interviews up for us right now. So, yes. Let's go talk to the man, Mr. Ryan. The Scotsman that finished on P2, started on P2. Wes, do you want to take it over to Ryan? Or Ryan, do you want to? Yeah, you could explain, mate. First race of the season, P2. How do you feel?
Good evening. Yeah, that was good fun. It's my first championship for Altitude, and thankfully race 1 went pretty well. It was pretty stressful. Hopefully you guys got it on the broadcast. The last 2 or 3 laps against Luigi were pretty tense. But yeah, so glad that I got the P2. Could have been better because I missed my pit stall on the first pit stop, and also had a guy going 70 miles an hour.
We saw that exactly. Yeah. I believe that driver got a penalty for that for slowing them down. But yeah, you missed your pit box.
Yeah, so the fact that we were able to make a gap in the first stint, that was then completely undone in the first pit stop for me. It was partly my fault, partly somebody else's, but that's the way racing goes sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, and at the end, it was yourself, Harkin, that was putting a lot of pressure on you towards the end there, but until he got demoted for those penalties, so that was a great battle.
Sorry, Hakon, yeah.
You're
Hakon,
right.
yeah. Apologies, it was definitely Hakon, yeah, 100%.
You're okay, mate. You're just concentrating on your own race. Do you think any chance that you could have bring it to Alston, who won the race this evening?
I think if I hadn't messed up my first pit stop, because we entered the pits obviously right behind each other, and I was saving a little bit of fuel behind them, and I think if I hadn't missed my pit box like a total noob, I could have come out right behind them, and then I think we could have raced the entire time, because even when we weren't in the slipstream, there was maybe a tenth or a tenth and a half between us every single lap. So yeah, I mean, if only I'd been able to stick behind them, save that little bit more fuel, I think I could have won that race. But I mean, props to Oystein. He smashed it. He was flying, and he was pretty consistent. So I can't say that he didn't deserve the race win. But yeah, probably P2 is a pretty acceptable position for my first race in the championship.
Yeah, he got lucky, I think, at the end of the day, because that pit stop, like a little extra time that you took on the pit stop. But I think overall, if I'm not mistaken, you might have got the fastest lap of 28.64.
Wow.
If I have to double confirm that, looks good. But yeah.
Happy. I'm just looking at it just now, the results. I think Austin got a 5.57. No, that was his qualifying. Apologies. I'll be quiet.
No, I'm just double checking. I'm not 100% confirmed, but it looks about right. Sorry, 28.5 motor from Harkin. Yeah, 28.59.
Yeah.
So he probably might have trumped you on that one a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's a very quick lap for the race, very, and that was his last lap as well. So
yeah,
he
we
was
was trying
flying.
everything to try to catch you, mate. You had to hold him off.
Well, as I say, I hope you got that on the broadcast because that's
we did.
probably
Yeah.
the best race I've had since I joined iRacing, and yeah, I'm just glad that we both were respectful there because it could have all went very wrong very quickly. But yeah, that was great fun. Great fun.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We're going to actually talk to the race leader. You can stay in the chat with us and just have a listen if you like. No,
yeah, we'll
no
do,
problems.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Yep. So we'll bring him in now. Unless, of course, Wesley, do you have any questions there for our man in P2 for Ryan? Otherwise, we'll talk to the Norwegian driver, which I'm hoping is saying Oyston. If it is Oyston, welcome. If I do get your name correctly, I do apologise if I get it wrong. But hey, I don't need to apologise about you taking the race win for the first race of the season. How do you feel?
No, I feel good. I feel good. It was good fun. I think both Ryan and Håkon was probably a bit faster than me, but for some reason I jumped a lot on Ryan in the pits, so it was just a matter of keeping it on track from there on out. And the name, by the way, good enough. You're
good
not
enough.
the first. You're not the first who struggles with it, so yeah.
That's all right. To pronounce that. Well, but we'll get a chance, obviously, the season to get everybody to give nicknames and stuff like that, so that we can all get it right. For some of these names, are a little bit difficult for us to pronounce. But yes, yeah, and I like the green livery there on top of it.
Yeah.
And you once again, the start of the race, you did qualify in pole, so you put the car exactly where you needed to be. You won the race. Missed out on the fastest lap, but hey, that's not 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
no. As I said, I think both Ryan and Håkon especially were quicker. Somehow I jumped them in the pits, even though I had like the small incident going into the pits the first time there. Because I think we lost maybe like 5-10 seconds, something like that. But I think all of the cars just behind me lost the same amount of time. So maybe something happened in his pit stall. I don't know.
It did, actually. He just mentioned that before in the chat. Yeah, he overshot it a little bit. And you guys got held up, too, by a car that slowed both of you. I remember you flashing the lights and stuff like that. I believe that driver was penalised for...
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But it is, it held all of you up. That's the main thing. So it wasn't really a massive advantage. It was that pit stop a little bit delayed there from Ryan that cost him. He had to a little bit of overtaking and stuff like that to do. Anyway, congratulations, mate. Anything you'd like to say? And Wesley, you'd like to say anything to our race winner?
I can go first, I guess. I would like to thank Nicky Chan. He runs a YouTube channel called Last 10th, and he's been helping me gathering some data for the new car that came on Tuesday. So that helped a lot when trying to figure out the setup. And I also have to thank my team, of course, T3 Motorsports, for keeping me busy in practice and
Absolutely. And you guys were just chasing each other around. Your teammate, of course, was again just who was your teammate? Just to clarify.
No teammates here.
Oh, you had the same livery.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. No, you didn't. Sorry, that's the other team. I got confused. That's the I got confused with Harkin and his teammate. Sorry, my bad. I've just seen the Norwegian flag.
I know Håkon quite well. I know Håkon quite well, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And that, once again, he did win this race with a car that just released this week. So fantastic work to get that done. And obviously, thank the shout out that you mentioned. So congratulations. Got to let you celebrate with the team. Don't drink too much champagne. You got to race next week, mate, because you got to come down to the Thunder from Down Under track, of course.
Yeah.
And by the way, real quick there, how you feel about Mount Panorama, the mountain?
It's one of the best tracks on iRacing, I think. I'm not sure how the car is gonna perform there, but it's really fun to drive. So
no problems. Well, I'm gonna have the barbecue fired up kangaroo. So if you've never tried kangaroo meat before, you will. That's for sure. It's pretty good. Tastes like beef. You'll be right. You can at least go back to Norway and say I've had some kangaroo, and maybe with a trophy as well too for a second win. We'll see. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
Shark as well.
No.
Thank you, guys.
Best track, it's the best track ever. He said, "Oh my word!" It's
No,
not.
yeah, no KFC. You need to talk to Brody if you want some KFC. He was driving that around this evening. So we have the third place now after the promotion, I believe, exactly of, if I'm not mistaken. We get Luigi in here, the Italian driver, the only driver on the grid that was driving in once again the Lamborghini. Do we have Luigi in here?
No,
Oh no, we got Haken. Sorry, we got Haken. Get his name correctly. Haken, g'day. Sorry if I'm messing your name up. So, once again, great racing. Overtakes left, right, and centre. Explain what happened at the start of the race with that spin and all that jazz.
Well, I was following Einstein and Ryan there for a while. Fighting. There were two wide going in turn 9. Einstein on the inside, and I figured I just saw a gap on the inside, and I went for it. And Ryan kind of closed the door a little bit, and a little bit of net code, and just spun me around.
I'll have to turn you up a little bit louder too, mate, so we can kind of hear you. Cause, yeah, but after that, you just put your head down and said, look, you know what? I'm going to fight my way back. And you absolutely did. The amount of overtakes you did. I mean, we had the camera on you a lot during this race. So your sponsors, you get paid a little bit from your sponsorships of Ignum Motorsports. But yeah, I like that spirit. It goes to show you, isn't it? That you started in P3, got knocked all the way back down and fought your way back up. Isn't that a song? I get knocked down and get my way back up again. You did.
Yeah, sure did. Realized pretty quickly that the car was fine, no damage really. So I figured just keep going and see what we could rescue out of it. And I managed to get up to third, but in the last lap or second to last lap, I believe, I picked up the last incident point to put me up to 18. So that gave me a drive-through, which I didn't serve. So that added 40 seconds to my
yeah, dropped you, unfortunately, to P5, but still crucial points. And yeah, it kept it very entertaining. Ryan was sweating it out there, trying to keep you behind him. And the last-minute challenge, that was fun.
Yeah, like it probably would have been better for me to just stick behind Ryan and play safe, not considering I had so many incident points.
Oh, you're a race car driver, mate. If gap car, it's not going to happen. I've told race drivers a million times if I'm engineering just to chill, just relax. They're like, nah, go for it.
Yeah, when I saw the opportunity coming out of the last pit stop, side by side with him on pit exit, I just figured I gotta have a go, no matter how it goes.
Yeah, and well, you still got crucial points in the championship, and everybody knows that you're a Mr. Overtaking machine. So going into once again down Australia, and real quick, how are you feeling in that track?
Best track ever, man.
Another one that likes it. See, Kevin.
What, Bathurst?
Of course, Bathurst. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just nearly choked on my cracker there. I'm not having none of that. It's
Kevin, be careful, my friend, because Australian Customs and Immigration are listening right now. They might not let you in the country if you keep moving like that.
I might not be allowed in.
Yeah. Anyway, Haken, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is that...
Well, you're probably not going to get a whole lot closer, but it's
Vulcan. All right. We need to take some notes there, Wes and I, and obviously the future casters for this season. Thank you very much. Let you go celebrate. You should be celebrating because it was certainly a great drive, even though it wasn't a podium result, but still great results at the end of the day.
Yeah, really enjoyable race, and thank you guys.
Thank you. Wes, I think it might be wrapping it up. Wes, do you want to thank our wonderful sponsors out there and the team and everybody else that was a part of this? Of course, all you guys out there in the chat.
Well, you just did, but yeah, absolutely. That was a great race as always from the GT3 League. I've just reinstalled iRacing as we did the interviews, so hopefully next week it will work better for me and be able to actually see most of what's going on. But it was good fun. Majors Garage as always. Great sponsors, great setups. I'm sure some people used them today. A lot of people do. They're very good for the setups. Of course, prizes as well for this championship. It's a paid series, so I'm not sure exactly what the figures are for.
It's a jar of Vegemite if you win, I believe. So, jar of Vegemite if you win in Bathurst. But yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, if you
well, how do you find it, mate? You hit the subscribe button if you want, of course, if you like us. Hit that, and the Discord information, all that's there.
I believe it's all linked. It should be. I saw there was a conversation, actually. I'm not sure if it's actually linked on the YouTube bio, but I think it might be at least in the description of this, hopefully.
There's a website, of course, so somebody can post that in the chat right now for everybody.
Yeah,
It's
you'll see all the championship standings on the website because
Yep.
they don't seem to be exactly the same as the iRacing standings because of penalties and whatnot. So the best place to find the correct ones are on the Anti-Stall Racing website.
.com, antistallracing.com. It's on the screen right now as well, too, underneath, right at the bottom of those results for us, and that's discord.antistallracing.com if you want to find the Discord channel. But it's on, just go to antistallracing.com, you'll find the rest of it. That's it from myself, Biggles, Wes, Kevin driving there. Thank you very much, Kevin. Our team there, and the other Kevin, of course, Kevin's that's done all the race control and all that jazz as well. Thank you very much. And the Gerald as well is helping with all the setups and all the rest of the Anti-Stall Racing team. So more racing to come. I believe that's it for the week every Friday. That's right, James. This will be occurring. So once again, let these drivers have a bit of a breather and then head down to Mount Panorama next week. And of course, on Monday, you can join us back for some Formula One action for Anti-Stall Racing. That's it. Enjoy the Formula One race on the weekend. And